There's quite a few really important points of the press up, so we're going to break this down into two main parts. In this first video, we're just going to look at what the shoulders and arms are doing. So the first thing to think about is hand width. Standard press up position is basically having around about a 45-degree angle on the arm. If we go higher than this, we tend to put the shoulder a little bit more at risk of injury. And then if we go lower, tucking that arm in, we tend to focus more on the tricep muscles rather than the chest. So in terms of getting that position, a really easy way is just popping those arms down at the 45-degree angle. So essentially you look a little bit like an arrow, with your torso being the middle part and then your arms being the points of the arrow. Then from there you bend the elbows at 90 degrees, keeping them in position, pop the hands up, so that's my width. So when you go down on the floor, you can always just make a little mark on the floor as to where the width should be. So once we've got our width, the next thing to look at is where those hands are positioned. So basically what we want to do is we start off with those wrists underneath the shoulder joint, and then what we find as we go down, our shoulders should come slightly forward. So the reason this happens is because we want this forearm to go straight up into the air. If we don't get that slight forward motion, as you go down, we'll tend to flare those elbows out, raising this top part of the arm up, and putting that shoulder in a more compromised position. We don't quite get the width right, so people tend to have their hands a little narrow, which is fine if you're going for that tricep position where you're tucking into the side. If you're going for a stand-up press-up position, what will happen is as you go down, we'll see this forearm will kind of shoot off at an angle rather than being straight up into the sky, which isn't a very efficient position to be in.